Hey everybody, this is Grace, and I came out here again today to really get some peace of mind. And I think I've mentioned that you remember my shrubs sitting in front of me. We had them this past weekend, Saturday. We had them shaped, all of them in front, several of them, several different kinds, not just that kind, but the shrubs were done. Finally, the 2 weeks, when they come every 2 weeks, 2 weeks before they cut down, they shaped one of the trees, a big tree in the front. And I don't know if any other ones, there might be some that they did around the side of the house, the other side of the house, but not in the back. Hopefully one day we'll get that terrible, ugly looking one at least trimmed up and in the back, because I want to do filming back there. not right now. This is let's see, this is the end of October 28th, 2020. Depends on, I probably won't get it put up today. I have several. And already before it, some of the storyline. And, but yeah, it is, right now it says it's 46 degrees. Yesterday it was in the morning, it was in the 30s, and I think it was again today. This is north central Texas, north of Dallas, a suburb north of Dallas. And a suburb of Dallas, a city unto itself, big city. But anyway, that's just not our norm. I think our norm high yesterday was, I think, 30 degrees, less. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it was. Than normal, than the average. Okay, I could be wrong. Could have been 20, but it was enough to make a difference. And like I said, and right now it's 3:51 p.m. It's 46 degrees. This is very unusual, and it's been raining past 3-4 days. I don't know how many days. At least yesterday and today. I think the day before we had some rain and some sunshine, and the day before we had a storm in the middle of the night that lasted a good while. Something like that. Man, every day has Groundhog Day. And if I don't come out here, I've noticed more than usually for a long period of time. Yesterday I didn't because of, I think it was something with I don't remember. Really don't remember. But I couldn't stay out here long. So I went back in, and it just didn't do right. I have to have that bit of outside of the house. But anyway, what I want to talk about, and I'm going to do this, is, I'm writing these little stories. Okay, they are rough drafts and highlights. That does not mean I'm telling the story. In a way, I am telling the story, but they're rough drafts and highlights, like I just said. And so they're going to be errors, and I'm going to change things. I've said this before in a video. I'm going to change things here and there, like what fits better. And I've recently noticed that I might be using the same name, similar names. And I need to branch out with different kinds of names. And like I've been using kind of old-fashioned names, I guess you could say. And more like my generation or older, like the ones in my generations that got them from generations of old, like me. I did. And I always usually do, no matter what, usually use younger names for younger people. But I worked with a woman, she was in her 70s a few years ago. She was in her 70s, I think 72 or something. And she had the name Ashley. And we know the name Ashley is not new, but it's more for like the, I guess, older millennials, maybe. And that it became popular again. I could be wrong on that again. Fact check me. Anyway, so this is how I'm going to be keeping like notes, and I couldn't think of what to call them, like author's notes, but the space to put the title is usually so limited. It's not usually, it is limited. And there's only so many characters you can put in there, and even putting things like author's notes, when you can shorten it to just notes, notes number 1, notes number 2, like that. And that's what I'm going to be doing. And some of it is for like the names of the towns. Not just the names of the towns, but the town descriptions of the towns and the way that things are set up with these groups. Would probably need to be more verbal, because like I said before, trying to write on a story on PowerPoint is not that easy. I've used PowerPoint for many years. And I know it's nowhere near as easy as just to write on Word. But I don't even know if you can write on Word and make a video out of your Word. I don't really know. But my hands are dry because the heater's been on. Oof. But anyway, I need to put some hand lotion in here because I want to stay out here for a while and chill. I call it my chill-mobile. Sit in my SUV and do videos. But now I need to get to what I'm going to talk about in this one is I have, like I've mentioned in a video, I've uploaded all of my previous videos, but I'm not putting them up just a whole bunch of them every day. And some of them I had already written back in July, I think. And this, like I said, this is October, and I kept not knowing what to do with them, and finally I decided to put them on this channel along with the verbal ones. And the verbal ones are, I don't know how much older. Anyway, but it's grown, and I want to make it be like the main one that I started off with was the towns of peace and foundation. Okay, now those, then I thought of putting one in the middle for another one, 2 other videos that I'd already written. They're written on PowerPoint, and I was going to have a whole totally different story, and I wanted to try to connect them, and it wasn't until recent, like I did those back in the summer, I think, until recently that I thought, okay, make a town in the middle of cities. I mean, a town, practically a small city, in the middle of these small towns that surround it, okay, like north, south, east, west, and I decided to name it Needles, like the way the needles point. These point to the north, this points to the south, this points to the east, this points to the west. But anyway, did I say that peace and foundation are to the west? I hope I didn't say east, because I come up with one for the east, and it's going to be have a lake in the middle of it, or somewhere in it, but I don't know what name to call the lake. I want to call it Lake something, of course, but the town can be called that too. But I just can't think of a name, or maybe not. Maybe the lake, it's going to have to be a different name, and the town one name, and yeah. See, I don't know all those things. This is just rough draft, like I said, and haven't done all that work. But I started coming up with different names of lakes, and sure enough, they already had those. Now, my towns are going to be fictional, and they are fictional. But, of course, Texas is not fictional. Texas exists, but they're going to be fictional towns, you know. And all the people, fictional. And, you know, I'm going to do the standard disclaimers and copyrights apply, you know, like any resemblance to any person living or dead is purely coincidental. The characters in these stories are just the fabrications of the mind of the author, me. You know, something like that. I need to make it when I've done one that's verbal, but I need to make one that's written. But I have on the ends of some of them put that. So, but it's covering all past, the ones I'm doing now, and the future ones. So, but anyway, my point here on this one, I was supposed to be making a point here on this one. I really did have need to just come outside, but that point was going to be about what to name the towns and, you know, surrounding, and which channels to put them on. Seriously, I thought about this. I really have realized, of course, over the years that I'm more of a writer than I am a videographer. I know that. I wrote blogs, and I wrote online since 1990, and I've gotten out of I've lost some of the ability. I'm not kidding, because I've been doing 6 years now. I've been doing videos, you know, on YouTube on my original channel, 6 years. So I've really kind of pretty much lost the ability, and my grammar sucks. Now, I was taught at college and university, and I had to grade a lot of papers. I taught I'm a social and behavioral scientist, and I had to grade a lot, a lot of essays and papers and stuff, and go through it. And believe me, I could detect grammar errors. And I'm not a grammarian, that's for certain. But yeah, I could pick up things. And now, like I said, doing them verbally, not so great. But I hope I can get back into, remembering my writing skills. My papers at university, I was a career student, were held up as this is how you write a paper. This is how you write. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that just as a matter of fact. Because I know my faults. I cannot speak worth a darn. I taught my classes in interesting ways. But students loved me. I had groupies. That's what I called them, groupies. Anyway. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll just do this as just a vlog and then do another video to explain, more about what I want to do with these different stories for the different towns. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Because I need just a vlog day. I need to make a day that I just do for vlog. I need to get more organized. Plus, like I said, I need to be more organized overall. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'll talk about all that on another video. Talk to you on another video. Bye.